That tingling sensation moving through your body right now is not anxiety. It is recognition. Your soul knows something massive is unlocking tonight, something that has been suspended, frozen, held back for 5 long months. On February 3rd, at exactly 9:33 p.m. Eastern Time, Uranus stations direct at 27 degrees and 28 minutes of Taurus, and the moment this planet of revolution, awakening, and radical change pivots forward, a liberation portal cracks open across the collective field. This is Uranus's final direct station in Taurus before it leaves this sign permanently in April 2026, which means tonight is not just another planetary shift. This is the closing chapter of a 7-year journey that began in 2018, the last cosmic window where Uranus delivers its final downloads, its ultimate breakthroughs, its most powerful liberations in the realm of stability, values, money, and your physical reality. If you've been feeling restless, if your body has felt electric, if something inside you has been screaming for freedom, but you could not name what you needed to be free from, tonight, everything clicks into place. The universe has been building toward this exact moment, preparing you to break through limitations you did not even know were cages, and as Uranus turns direct, those cages dissolve. You are about to step into a version of reality you have been working towards since 2018, and the freedom arriving tonight is not temporary. It is permanent. Before we unlock the depths of this cosmic shift, leave a like and subscribe so the algorithm knows you are ready for this activation. Drop a comment saying, "I claim this liberation frequency to lock in the energy moving through your field right now." Let's go deeper. Uranus has been retrograde since September 6, 2025, when it began moving backward at 1 degree Gemini. But here is what makes this retrograde cycle so profound. Uranus retrograded from the airy mental realm of Gemini back into the earthy material realm of Taurus, giving us one final opportunity to complete the revolutionary work we have been doing in our physical reality since 2018. For the past 5 months, Uranus retrograde has been asking you to revisit unfinished business, to reconsider changes you resisted, to release attachments that no longer serve your evolution. While Uranus was moving backward, the energy was internal, reflective, building pressure beneath the surface like tectonic plates shifting before an earthquake. You may have felt stuck, frustrated, or uncertain about your next move. You may have questioned whether the changes you initiated earlier in the year were the right ones. You may have felt like you were moving backward instead of forward. But that was not regression, that was preparation. The universe was giving you time to integrate the lessons, to heal old wounds around security and worthiness, to clear out outdated definitions of stability so that when Uranus stations direct tonight, you are ready to move forward with absolute clarity and unshakable inner freedom. At 27 degrees Taurus, Uranus is stationed at the final degrees of this sign, the anaretic zone, the completion point. In astrology, the 29th degree of any sign is called the degree of fate, but 27 degrees is where the energy begins to crescendo toward that fated conclusion. This is the cosmic climax of everything Uranus has been teaching you about values, resources, money, your body, your sense of security, and what truly matters to you. Since 2018, Uranus in Taurus has been dismantling outdated structures in these areas. It has shaken your relationship with money, challenged your definitions of abundance, forced you to question what you truly value beyond material possessions, and liberated you from attachments that were suffocating your soul. This transit has been about discovering authentic security, the kind that comes from within rather than from external validation or financial status. And tonight, as Uranus pivots forward at this critical degree, the final breakthrough arrives. Whatever has been blocking your financial flow, whatever fear has kept you trapped in situations that drain you, whatever old belief told you that freedom and stability cannot coexist, all of it shatters tonight. Uranus direct in late Taurus is the universe saying you have done the inner work. Now step into the liberated reality you have been building. Uranus rules revolution, innovation, sudden change, awakening, and liberation. It is the planet that breaks you free from patterns you did not even realize were controlling you. In Taurus, a sign that craves stability, routine, and predictability, Uranus has been the ultimate disruptor, forcing us to rebuild our lives on foundations of authenticity rather than fear. This transit has coincided with global economic upheavals, shifts in how we work and earn money, technological innovations in finance like cryptocurrency, and a collective awakening to sustainable living and our relationship with the Earth. On a personal level, Uranus in Taurus has likely brought unexpected financial changes, sudden shifts in your values, breakthroughs in how you view your worth, and liberation from material attachments that once defined you. Some of you have experienced sudden windfalls or losses, career pivots, or realizations that the security you were chasing was actually a prison. Tonight, as Uranus goes direct, all of those experiences crystallize into wisdom. You understand now what true freedom looks like, and you are ready to claim it. This is the final direct station of Uranus in Taurus. After tonight, Uranus will move forward through the last degrees of this sign, reaching 1 degree Gemini again on April 25, 2026, where it will remain until 2033. That means you have approximately 11 weeks left of Uranus in Taurus energy, and these weeks are the most potent, the most transformative, the most liberating of the entire 7-year cycle. Whatever you have been working on since 2018, whatever breakthrough has been building, whatever freedom you have been moving toward, it all comes to fruition between now and late April. This is not the time to play small. This is not the time to second-guess your intuition. This is the time to trust that the changes unfolding are divinely orchestrated, and that the liberation you have been craving is finally, tangibly, within reach. Uranus direct at 27 Taurus is the green light from the universe. Move forward. Break free. Claim the reality you have been building. 4 zodiac signs are standing at the threshold of the most profound freedom breakthrough of their lives. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. If you are one of these fixed signs, tonight is not just another planetary transit. This is your cosmic liberation day. Uranus at 27 Taurus is forming exact or near-exact aspects to your sun, moon, or rising sign. If you were born in the middle to late degrees of these fixed signs, and the energy moving through your chart right now is electric, unstoppable, and absolutely revolutionary. For months, you have been feeling the pressure, the restlessness, the sense that something massive is about to shift. Tonight it does, and the freedom arriving is not subtle. It is seismic, it is life-changing, it is permanent. Taurus, this is your personal revolution. Uranus has been transiting your first house since 2018, completely transforming your identity, your appearance, your energy, and how you show up in the world. You are not the same person you were 7 years ago, and if anyone has tried to keep you in the box of who you used to be, you have felt suffocated, trapped, desperate for space to become who you actually are. Tonight, as Uranus stations direct at 27 Taurus, the final layer of your old identity dissolves. You are stepping fully into the liberated, authentic, unapologetically unique version of yourself that has been emerging piece by piece. The people-pleasing ends. The fear of standing out evaporates. The need for external approval loses its grip. You are reclaiming your right to exist as your true self, and the universe is removing every obstacle that once made you shrink. Over the next 11 weeks, before Uranus leaves Taurus for good, you will experience breakthroughs in self-expression, sudden clarity about your path, and a boldness that surprises even you. This is not arrogance, this is self-possession. This is you finally owning the fact that you were never meant to fit into anyone else's vision of who you should be. The world is about to meet the real you, and it is going to be impossible to ignore. Leo, you are breaking free from ancestral patterns and subconscious fears that have haunted you for lifetimes. Uranus at 27 Taurus is activating your 10th house of career, public reputation, and life direction, squaring your sun and shaking the very foundation of how you have been building your life. For years you have felt the tension between who you are supposed to be and who you actually want to become. You may have stayed in careers that looked good on paper but drained your soul. You may have pursued recognition in fields that never truly excited you. You may have built a public image that feels more like a mask than a reflection of your essence. Tonight, that mask cracks. Uranus direct is giving you permission to pivot, to change direction, to walk away from paths that no longer align with your authentic purpose. The fear of failure dissolves. The need to meet others' expectations loses power. You realize that true success is not about external validation, but about living in alignment with your soul's calling. Over the next weeks, expect sudden opportunities that feel risky but right, intuitive downloads about your true path, and a courage you have never accessed before. You are stepping into a version of your life where your work is an expression of your essence, not a compromise of it. And the universe is clearing the way. Scorpio, you are liberating yourself from financial and emotional entanglements that have kept you bound to situations, people, and patterns that no longer serve your evolution. Uranus at 27 Taurus is transiting your 7th house of partnerships and opposing your Sun, which means the relationships in your life have been undergoing radical transformation. Some partnerships have ended suddenly, others have evolved beyond recognition. You have been learning the difference between connection and codependency, between intimacy and enmeshment, between love and control. Tonight, as Uranus goes direct, the final liberation arrives. You are releasing relationships that were built on old versions of yourself, releasing dynamics where you gave away your power, releasing the belief that you need someone else to complete you. This is not about isolation. This is about stepping into partnership from a place of wholeness rather than need. Over the next weeks, you may experience sudden clarity about a relationship, unexpected shifts in dynamics with partners or collaborators, or the courage to finally walk away from connections that have been draining you for years. The right people, the aligned partnerships, the connections that honor your growth, they are on their way. But first you had to free yourself from what was blocking them. Tonight is that freedom. Aquarius, you are completing a cycle of karmic release and spiritual awakening that has been unfolding since 2018. Uranus, your ruling planet at 27 Taurus, is activating your 4th house of home, family, and emotional foundations, squaring your Sun and forcing you to rebuild your inner world from the ground up. For years, you have been healing generational wounds, releasing family patterns, and creating a sense of home that feels authentically yours rather than inherited. You may have moved multiple times, changed your living situation dramatically, or experienced upheaval in your family dynamics. All of it has been clearing space for you to create emotional security on your own terms. Tonight, as Uranus stations direct, the healing reaches completion. You are no longer carrying the weight of your lineage. You are no longer defined by where you came from. You are standing in your power, as the cycle breaker, the one who chose to heal rather than repeat, the one who built a foundation of authenticity rather than obligation. Over the next weeks, expect breakthroughs in your emotional life, sudden clarity about your roots and where you are heading, and a sense of inner peace you have not felt in years. You are finally home within yourself, and nothing can shake that foundation. For everyone else, this Uranus direct station still carries profound energy. Even if you are not a fixed sign, Uranus moving forward at 27 Taurus is activating a specific house in your chart, a specific area of life where you are being called to break free, innovate, and step into greater authenticity. If you know your birth chart, look at where 27 degrees Taurus falls. That is the area of your life undergoing liberation right now. If Uranus is transiting your 2nd house, you are revolutionizing your finances and self-worth. If it is in your 5th house, you are liberating your creativity and self-expression. If it is in your 8th house, you are transforming your relationship with shared resources and intimacy. Every single person is being touched by this energy in some way, and the invitation is the same for all of us. Trust the changes. Release the attachments. Step into the freedom that has been building beneath the surface of your life. One of the most powerful aspects of Uranus going direct in late Taurus is the permission it gives you to redefine security. Taurus energy is deeply connected to stability, comfort, and the need to feel safe in the material world. For many of us, that has translated into clinging to jobs we hate because they pay well, staying in relationships that drain us because they feel familiar, or avoiding risks because change feels too terrifying. But Uranus has been teaching us that true security does not come from external circumstances. It comes from trusting yourself, from knowing that you can adapt to whatever life brings, from releasing the illusion that control equals safety. Tonight, as Uranus goes direct, that lesson crystallizes. You realize that the cage you built to protect yourself was actually the thing limiting your freedom. You realize that the risks you have been avoiding are actually the doorways to the life you have been dreaming of. You realize that security and freedom are not opposites, they are partners. And when you trust yourself fully, you can create a life that is both stable and wildly free. The next 11 weeks, from February 3rd until Uranus enters Gemini on April 25th, are the final chapter of this 7-year Uranus in Taurus journey. This is your last window to complete the work, to claim the breakthroughs, to step fully into the liberated version of your life that has been forming since 2018. The energy is not subtle, it is urgent, electric, propulsive. You will feel pulled toward changes that scare you and excite you in equal measure. You will feel guided to release attachments you have been holding onto for dear life. You will feel your intuition screaming louder than your fear. This is the time to listen. This is the time to act. This is the time to trust that the universe has been orchestrating this liberation for years, and now it is finally time to claim it. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. The portal is open. The freedom is here. All you have to do is step through. As Uranus stations direct tonight, you may feel a surge of energy moving through your body. Restlessness, excitement, tingling in your extremities, a sudden urge to move, speak, act, or change something immediately. This is not anxiety. This is activation. Your nervous system is recalibrating to match the frequency of liberation. Your energy field is upgrading to hold more freedom, more authenticity, more alignment. If you feel emotional, that is old energy releasing. If you feel electrified, that is new timelines activating. If you feel both terrified and exhilarated, that is exactly right. You are standing on the edge of a reality you have been building for years, and tonight you finally get to step into it. Trust what you are feeling. Trust what you are sensing. Trust that the changes unfolding are exactly what your soul has been calling in. The universe does not make mistakes with timing, and you are exactly where you need to be. This physical activation is not random. When Uranus shifts direction, it creates a ripple effect through the electromagnetic field of the planet, and your body, being a sensitive instrument attuned to cosmic frequencies, picks up on this shift. You may notice your heart racing for no apparent reason. You may feel heat rising through your spine, a pressure building in your solar plexus, or a strange buzzing sensation in your hands and feet. Some of you will feel an overwhelming urge to cry, not from sadness, but from release, as if years of pent-up emotion are finally finding their way to the surface. Others will feel an almost manic energy, a restlessness that makes it impossible to sit still, a need to do something, anything, to channel the electricity coursing through your veins. This is your body responding to freedom. After 5 months of retrograde energy, after years of slow transformation, your physical form is finally catching up to the spiritual shift that has been happening beneath the surface. Your cells are reorganizing. Your neural pathways are rewiring. Your energetic blueprint is being rewritten in real time. You may also notice that your intuition is speaking louder than usual tonight. Thoughts that feel like downloads rather than your own thinking. Sudden knowing about what needs to change, who needs to go, where you need to be. Flashes of insight about decisions you have been avoiding, or paths you have been too afraid to take. This is Uranus awakening your inner genius, your inner rebel, your inner truth teller. In astrology, Uranus rules sudden revelations, the kind that change everything in an instant, the kind that make you wonder how you ever lived without this knowledge. Tonight, those revelations are flooding through your consciousness at rapid speed. Some will come as gentle whispers, others will hit like lightning bolts. Either way, they are recalibrating your entire understanding of what is possible for your life. Pay attention to what crosses your mind between now and the moment you fall asleep tonight. Those are not random thoughts. They are cosmic instructions, soul-level guidance, the universe handing you the blueprint for your next chapter. Your dreams over the next few nights may also be vivid, symbolic, almost prophetic in nature. Uranus stations often coincide with dream activity that feels more real than waking life. You may dream of flying, of breaking free from restraints, of running towards something or away from something, of confronting people or situations you have been avoiding. These dreams are not just subconscious processing. They are your soul showing you the internal liberation that is already happening, giving you a preview of the freedom that is about to manifest in your physical reality. Write them down. Pay attention to the symbols, the emotions, the recurring themes. Your subconscious is speaking the language of transformation, and it has messages for you that your waking mind might try to rationalize away. Some of you will feel an almost unbearable urge to make a change tonight, to send the text, make the call, quit the job, end the relationship, book the flight, start the project. And while Uranus energy absolutely supports bold, spontaneous action, there is also wisdom in allowing the activation to settle into your body before you act. The next 11 weeks are your window. You do not have to do everything tonight, but you do need to honor what you are feeling. If the urge to act is overwhelming, take a smaller step in that direction. Write the resignation letter even if you do not send it yet. Research the move even if you do not book it yet. Have the conversation with yourself even if you are not ready to have it with them yet. The key is to acknowledge the truth rising within you rather than suppress it, because suppression of Uranian energy does not make it go away. It just makes it louder, more insistent, more disruptive, until you finally listen. The liberation portal opening tonight is not just about external changes. It is about internal freedom. It is about releasing the beliefs that told you freedom was selfish, that security required sacrifice, that being true to yourself meant being alone. It is about stepping into a version of yourself that knows you can have it all, be it all, create it all. The chains were never real. They were just stories you inherited, fears you absorbed, limitations you agreed to before you knew you had a choice. Tonight you remember, you have always had a choice. You have always been free. You were just waiting for permission to claim it. This is that permission. This is the universe saying, go, be free, live the life your soul came here to experience. And as you step into that freedom, everything else falls into place. The right people find you. The right opportunities appear. The right path illuminates itself. Because when you are living in alignment with your authentic self, the universe moves heaven and earth to support you. Think about all the times you stopped yourself from speaking your truth because you were afraid of the consequences. All the times you stayed small because you were afraid of being too much. All the times you chose safety over authenticity because you were taught that survival required compromise. Those moments were not failures, they were preparation. They were teaching you exactly what freedom is not, so that when this moment arrived, you would recognize it, claim it, and never let it go. Every time you silenced yourself, you were building the pressure that explodes into authentic expression tonight. Every time you stayed in a situation that drained you, you were learning exactly what aligned energy feels like by contrast. Every time you chose fear over faith, you were gathering evidence of what happens when you do not trust yourself, so that now, finally, you understand the cost of staying stuck and the value of stepping free. The beliefs you are releasing tonight are ancient. Some of them are not even yours. They belong to your parents, your grandparents, the generations before them, who survived by staying small, by not rocking the boat, by accepting limitation as a necessary condition of life. You carry their fears in your DNA, their survival strategies in your nervous system, their unspoken rules in your subconscious mind. And for years you have been living according to programming you did not even know was running. But Uranus in Taurus has been dismantling that programming piece by piece, showing you where you inherited beliefs about money, worthiness, security, and freedom that were never true. Tonight, the final layer of that ancestral conditioning dissolves. You are no longer bound by the limitations your lineage accepted. You are the one who breaks the cycle. You are the one who chooses differently. You are the one who proves that freedom and security can coexist, that authenticity does not equal isolation, that living true to yourself actually attracts the right people rather than repelling them. This internal liberation is perhaps the most profound gift of tonight's Uranus station. Because external circumstances can change quickly, suddenly, dramatically. But if your internal landscape is still operating from fear, from scarcity, from old programming, those external changes will not stick. You will sabotage them, second-guess them, or recreate the same patterns in different packaging. But when you liberate yourself internally, when you release the beliefs that kept you caged, when you step into a version of yourself that knows freedom is your birthright, the external reality has no choice but to reorganize itself around that truth. Your frequency changes, your vibration shifts, and suddenly opportunities that were invisible before become obvious. People who could not see you before suddenly recognize you. Paths that were blocked before clear themselves effortlessly. This is not magic, this is alignment. This is what happens when your internal state matches your soul's truth. Tonight, as you feel the activation moving through your body, as you sense the old beliefs crumbling, as you recognize the freedom rising within you, take a moment to acknowledge how far you have come. You are not the same person you were in 2018 when this Uranus in Taurus journey began. You have survived losses that felt insurmountable. You have navigated changes that terrified you. You have released attachments you thought defined you. You have questioned everything you were taught about what makes life worth living. And you have emerged stronger, wiser, more authentic, more aligned. The version of you standing here tonight, on the edge of this final liberation, is the version your past self was dreaming of becoming. Honor that. Celebrate that. Let yourself feel the magnitude of your own transformation. Because what you are stepping into next requires you to know deeply that you are capable of navigating whatever comes. And you are. You have already proven it. So as Uranus stations direct tonight at 9:33 p.m. Eastern Time, take a moment to feel the shift. Close your eyes, place your hand on your heart, and feel the electricity moving through your body. This is not just planetary energy. This is your soul waking up, your destiny activating, your liberation beginning. You have been preparing for this moment since 2018, and everything you have experienced, every loss, every breakthrough, every moment of uncertainty has been shaping you into the version of yourself who is ready to claim this freedom. Tonight the cage dissolves. Tonight the old story ends. Tonight you step into the reality you were always meant to live. Leave a like and subscribe if you are ready to claim this liberation, and drop a comment saying, "I am free," to anchor this frequency into your timeline. The portal is open. The breakthrough is here. Your destiny is unfolding. And this is only the beginning.